left, fighting out of the blue corner, really needing no introduction the world over, and truly representing some of the finest boxing skills our sport has ever seen. Wearing black trunks with gold trim, fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, he weighed in at a ready 146 pounds. A veteran of 24 world title bouts, he is undefeated in his 18-year campaign with a record of 47 wins, no losses, 26 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the pound-for-pound great and the pay-per-view king, boxing's future Hall of Famer, the sensational 11-time world champion in 5 weight divisions. Please welcome the reigning, the defending, and the undefeated WBC and WBA welterweight and super welterweight champion of the world, introducing Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd Joy Mayweather Jr. is an American boxing promoter and former professional boxer who competed between 1996 and 2017. He retired with an undefeated record and won 15 major world championships from super featherweight to light middleweight. This includes the Ring Magazine title in the 5 weight classes and the linear championship in 4 weight classes twice at welterweight. As an amateur, he won bronze medal in the featherweight division at the 1996 Olympics, 3 USA Gold Glove championships at light flyweight, flyweight, and featherweight, and the USA National Championship at featherweight. He's often referred as the best defensive boxer in history. Mayweather is the most accurate puncher among professional boxers, having the highest plus-minus ratio in the recording boxing history. He has a record of 20 consecutive wins in the world title fights, 10 by KO, 23 wins, 9 KOs in linear title fights, 24 wins, 7 KOs against former or current world titleists, 12 wins and 3 KOs against former or current linear championships, and 5 wins, 1 KOs against International Boxing Hall of Fame inductees. He was inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame in Class 2021. Floyd Mayweather Jr. used to be known as Pretty Boy Floyd, but somewhere along the line his nickname changed to Money Mayweather. I'm not sure when that happened, but we all know why. His ability to defend against his opposition was outstanding from the start. Unlike other boxers who would leave the rings having to deal with bruised, battered, and swollen faces, Mayweather rarely received facial injuries during his fights due to his elevated defensive skills. As a result, his limited facial scars compared to his peers, Mayweather was soon known as Pretty Boy by the boxing world. They say that in boxing, styles make the fight. It matters less how strong you are or how fast you are, your style and techniques are the most important. And while this is generally true, some styles are more effective than others. One particular boxing style that is so effective has produced a family lineage of world champion boxers. But it wasn't until undefeated legend Floyd's senior son, Floyd Money Mayweather Jr., came to prominence that the Mayweather style of boxing was truly heralded. Now, Mayweather was never afraid to stand in the pocket with his opponents because of his ability to use his large, broad shoulders for defense. Mayweather's style allows fighters to cover up nicely and limited the contact points while using superior movement to evade attacks. Mayweather's infamous shoulder roll is partially the focus point of his defensive style of fighting. It's also why Mayweather developed his shoulders in a large, broad capability by being used as a shield for his chin and as a parry. In addition to his forearms, the gloves and biceps of Mayweather's shoulders often lead to extra defensive tools that he sometimes utilized to pick off his opponent's attacks. Mayweather is a master of rolling with his punches, as he usually turns his shoulders inwards to parry, then comes back in the opposite direction with a counter. While Mayweather, particularly towards the end of his career or his latter years in boxing, was mainly known as a defensive boxer, I feel like his offense oftentimes is overlooked. While Mayweather was never a pressured fighter, he was someone that really landed more accurately and cleanly than his opponents in most fights. He doesn't throw the looping hooks or haymaker overhands, but his jabs and straight right hands land flush and are easy for the judges to see. Oftentimes it felt like he was playing chess, where he was kind of thinking 1 or 2 moves ahead of his opponent at all times.
Left hook raised Gaddy's chin, and another big left hook catches Quickly delivered by Mayweather. What's intriguing about this fight is Mayweather is not throwing the right hand, then moving away to his right.
If you look back to his first fight with Marcos Maidana, the looping power shots that doesn't often land often catch the eye of fans and some of the media members more than the cleanly landed jabs and straights from Mayweather. Maidana was impressive early and his style flashes more on TV, but Mayweather's lands more punches, connects more effectively for the majority of the fight. Go back and watch portions of the fight where Mayweather was against ropes and look for him landing more clean shots than Maidana, especially with short hooks and uppercuts. It isn't always the aggressor who lands more punches in a close fight.
Fight against Adrian Broner, landing clubbing overhand right. Mayweather's fights. There's a right hand by Mayweather. Robert Garcia has worked with Maidana to make his jab better. Even when it's just a rangefinder, at least he uses it. Left hook to the body, and now Maidana continues to go to work on the body. Lead right hand connects by Mayweather, followed by the left. But Maidana crowding him. He is doing exactly what he said he would do, but there's a right to the body by Mayweather. Victor Ortiz, both of them defeating DeMarcus Corley via unanimous decision. As Maidana again on the attack. He's a little more movement.
Maidana attacks so awkwardly. He bends those knees.
Though he's not a big power puncher, normally can make a difference. And there you see him landing in the fight. Boy, is it ever. Shades of almost what happened to Victor Ortiz. Apologized to Mayweather during their fight. Maidana coming in a punch. Short right uppercut on the inside. Just misses with that left hook. There's the left. The jab downstairs followed by the overhand right by Mayweather. Lead right cross by Mayweather. And Maidana. We said that going in.
Now Mayweather throughout his career is often cited as someone that was boring. Boxing fans often wish to see fighters finish their bouts as early as possible. They cite Floyd Mayweather as a legend for his obvious record he exhibits, but he never truly got the respect for his mighty fight IQ and fighting style. Not just defensive wise, but Mayweather showcased enough power as well to discard his opponents, especially early on in his boxing career.
Him at will with the jab. I'm sure that Mayweather fought tougher pros, tougher fighters in the amateurs than Cooper is. And referee Mitch Halpern watching. When they go to Ada, Oklahoma, you know they're not looking to bring in a nation in Mayweather's eye. Oh, he snuck into this fight. Big left by Mayweather, and down goes Ayala. He's a tremendous fighter. Look to the body. Put Rodriguez down. That is it. This one's scheduled for 6. Down goes Heapert. And Mayweather comes back with rights, and Heapert will go down, and that's it. Joe Cortez says that'll do. 1 minute, 28 seconds of the first round.
While many look at Mayweather as this kind of globe-trotting, kind of money, kind of laundering, you could say, it didn't always start off that way. Mayweather himself has cited many times that he didn't join boxing to earn fame and glory. Although he turned out to be a massive superstar, it was never his first preference. Instead, Floyd Mayweather began boxing to revive his lifestyle. While his father was in prison, Mayweather saw his mother working at different places, and he wanted to change that. He wanted to change that fact, so he claimed to roll the dice by reaching the pinnacle of boxing.